Alrighty, fighter team that borrows Lewis. Here we go. This is gonna be the rather boring part that goes over the which units I'm using and what keys I'm equipping them, what guns I gave them, what attachments I gave him, and so on and so forth. This may bore you, and if it does bore you, you're free to skip over, but there's some important parts, especially with the key setups for Lewis, so keep that in mind. Alright, here we go. We're going to start with QJ right here. She's equipped with Point of Vulnerability, Concentration, then Targeted Training. She's equipped with her Expansion Key and Affinity Key as well. And for common keys, you'll be giving QJ the best common keys you have. Give her something that's relevant to increasing her damage output. For in this case, I gave her the one from Vector, from Tushevnaya, and Lind. You probably don't have all these dolls yourself. It is okay, just give her the best you have. Give her the keys that's been upgraded the most as well. Let's go. And then I gave her Golden Melody. And then the attachments, I gave her the best I have at hand. You'll be doing the same. You'll be giving her the best that you have as well. All that. She is currently sitting at V6. It's less relevant if she's sitting at V5, that's fine. You'll be getting a whole lot of different copies of QJ naturally while you're pulling different units anyhow. So let's move on to the next one. Sharkry, here we go. She's got Thermal Feedback, Idle Training Day, Deadly Allure. She's got their Expansion Keys and Affinity Key. And common keys, she's going to be equipped with the second best keys that you have right now. This, in my case, I gave her the one from Vepli, Yuhi, and Urid. Just give her the second best keys you have. She's rocking Planeta with the second best attachments that I have available for her AR. She's currently sitting at V6 right now. She's purple rarity, so I assume you have a whole lot of different copies of her, and hopefully you have a V6 of her by now while you're watching this video as well. Alright, next moving on to Vector. She's got Splattering Pessimism, Negative Motivation, Proliferating Despair, all the Affinity Key. For common keys, I gave her the one from Sharkry, Papasha, not upgraded, JAN-12-2026, not upgrade. It's less relevant to give her the upgraded keys since the more important damage output will be from QJ and Sharkry. Give these two the best keys you have, with QJ having a priority, of course. Vector right now in this video has V2. This, in your case, this video should work just fine with her sitting at a lower V level than V2. I'm not going to be using the mechanics from V2 too much. There will be some differences, but it's not going to be significant enough to hamper you in following this video at all. Moving on to Centauressi. She's got Lucky Menu, Efficient Processing, Thorough Preparation, and she's got her Expansion Key. This is pretty important. Make sure you have her this one right here. Affinity Key, Common Keys. I gave her the one from herself, one from Senia, one from Cheetah, and for a gun, I gave her the one from the Battle Pass AR. She's got a Battle Pass AR with less relevant attachments. But, I say less relevant, but she needs to have just enough firepower to kill one of the bugs with her skill shot. Keep that in mind. If she's not able to do that, you're going to need to give her better attachments than what you have. The multiplier is pretty big though, so you really shouldn't be having too much trouble in killing one of the bugs in one hit. She's currently, in this video, rocking a V1, not relevant at all. If she's sitting at V0, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, moving on to Lewis. The Lewis that you're going to be borrowing has to have this key equipped. What this key basically does is, Secret of Spreading Smiles, what this key basically does is, she can attach toy soldiers to non-fire units. Now, you may say, hey, this is a fire team. Why am I supposed to equip that key at all? Well, here's the thing. You'll be equipping her toy soldiers to Sharkry and Vector. You will not be attaching the toy soldier to QJ because when QJ uses her ult, she is not using an active attack at all. so that toy soldier isn't gonna be attacking it that much. So meanwhile, Sharkry and Vector, they are actively attacking. So the toy soldiers, we will be proccing their hits. Scent, she'll be healing. So when she's healing, she's not going to be doing any damage. So no. So that only leaves these two that's going to have the toy soldiers attached. Sharkry, contrary to popular belief, does not always shoot fire bullets all the time. This is here the only one right now on paper. And later on, she's going to be using her basic attack, which is obviously not a fire element at all. So make sure Lewis is equipped with that key that allows her to support people who don't have, or rather who aren't shooting fire all the time. Alright, that's secret of spreading smiles. And then Sunny, Imagination, damage dealt is increased by 15%. That's the important part. And then Guardian from the Cloud. Units from 10 soldiers gain 2 stacks of merit at the end of the action. That basically means the toy soldiers are going to be promoted much faster without this key than without this key. Alright, that's a team. Let's move. Oh, for the remote levels, QJ is sitting at 45. The rest is level 30. Level 30 is pretty cheap. I don't think the remote level for Victor is really that much relevant. She can probably stay fine at level 1. As for Scent, this really depends on how struggling you are in killing one of the small bugs that spawn later in this stage just by herself. If she's somehow struggling to kill the bug with this level as 1, then think about raising her level just a bit. QJ, I assume, or rather, I would imagine that some people have, or rather, a lot of people have her remote level by 60 by now, but I don't have her at 60 right now. This is really going to be sufficient to have her stay at level 45 for now. Later on, it's probably a better investment to have it at 60, but that's later. Alright, let's move on to the battle for save. Okay, for this video, I'll be purposely choosing a buff that does not benefit the team at all. If you're watching this video, I would expect you to choose a buff that obviously benefits the team somehow, but this is to show you that despite the video and myself having calibrated attachments with the extra attack damage bonuses and all of that, I'm going to be ignoring this and showing you that it's still possible to kill the boss easily with a good amount of leeway. So if you're watching this video, I expect you to be killing the boss much easier and in a shorter time frame than this video. Alright, we're gonna be putting in QJ, Sharkry, Vector, and Scent, and borrowing Lewis. So again, make sure the Lewis that you're borrowing has Secret of Spreading Smiles, Guardian from the Cloud, and Sunny Imagination. Alright, the one that I'm borrowing right now has attack of 47, 52, and she's got a R6 max signature weapon. Less relevant for your own purpose. She'll do fine if she's not at a perfect status. She'll do fine. Right, let's borrow her. Let's go. Before I go, right, let's go. I chose to have. I purposely failed in getting a great success from my potatoes, and there's also the argument that you really should be eating something else than just potatoes when you're doing Gunsmoke boss battles. But I'll leave it up to you and your own personal choice. All right. For the purpose of this video, I'll be eating potatoes. I actually deliberately failed it by asking Makiatto to cook it for me. So in your case, I expect you to be eating potatoes or other meals from someone who a lot better than Makiatto at cooking things. Alright, we're gonna be putting Lewis right here, Vector here. No, let's move Vector here. Sharkry sits right next to her. QJ is sitting right here in the middle. And our maid is gonna be sitting or starting right next to her. Alright, so QJ in the middle, top. Our maid, Centauressi, is right next to her. Lewis is sitting at bottom right. Next one is Sharkry, and the left is Vector. Alright, here we go. Alright, you can see that the toy soldiers have attached to the two closest allies of Lewis. That's Sharkry and Vector. They're going to be, all these extra toy soldiers are going to be shooting at whoever is the person is attacking, and then when at the end of turn, anything that's closest to it. Alright, now let's start by sending QJ to this tile right here. This tile is going to be used by a whole different kind of teams, because this is the tile that can hit almost everything of things that later spawn. So keep that in mind, you'll be using a whole lot. Alright, have us go there. Use Alt. Okay, now we're gonna have Lewis go to that barricade, use her second skill. Okay, gonna move to Vector. Gonna have her move to right here. Use her Alt. Now, when you're using Alt, later on, if on some different comps, or rather different setups, you'll be having her use her Alt right there, where QJ is standing right now, but it's okay for now. Just to show you. See all that flame, the extra flame tiles? The AoE radius is just enough to cover where all the extra monsters spawn, so you keep that in mind. Alright, she's used her ult. We're gonna let her use the second, or rather, first skill shot on the boss. Okay, now Sharkry is going to move to here, right there. I've use her ult twice. Then S2, have her use the second skill shot on the boss right here. Alright, now that you've seen the first ton, I'm gonna speed up to ×3. Alright, move sent to right here, right next to QJ. Then use basic attack on the boss. Noticed that I'm intentionally letting all my units get hit by the boss's close range attack. Why would I do so? There you go, fatigue. When the boss actually does its close range attack and hits more than 5 people, here you go, Venom Slash. Selects all enemy targets within 6 tiles, deals AoE physical damage that ignores cover equal to 100% of attack to them, and pulls them 2 tiles inward. If this attack hits 5 or more enemy targets, gains 1 stack of fatigue. If it does not hit any enemy targets, gains 1 stack of anger. Let's go with anger. Anger. If the boss doesn't hit anyone with its close range attacks, it's going to gain an attack bonus and goes up permanently, which cannot be cleansed at all. If it does hit 5 or more people, it gains 1 stack of fatigue. Its own defense is reduced by 8% to a maximum of 3 stacks. So that's it's gonna even out, it's gonna max out to 24% of own defense debuffed. So we're gonna let our own units get hit by this all 5 of them, or 5 or more if you have more, for 3 turns. After that, we're not going to care much. Alright, here we go. Turn 2. Okay, we're going to start by selecting our maid, but before you go, you notice that our extra dudes have a debuff on them called Corrosive Slime. Damage taken, blah 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 blah. If you cleanse this, all ally units gain Survival Rally for 2 turns. What's Survival Rally? Attack is increased by 10% to a maximum of 3 stacks. That means when you cleanse the debuff from all 3 of these guys, you get a total of 30% attack increase. That's big. That's really, really big. Which is why we brought our maid over here. Maid is going to use her alt, and she's going to heal everyone. She's going to cleanse everyone. Here we go. Alright, everyone's sitting at max HP, even the extra dudes here. And thanks to that, we have Survival Rally, 3 stacks of them. Got attack increased by 10%, 3 times, 30% bonus. Good. Now, let's move on to QJ. QJ is going to use her knife throw, and it's gonna go right through this boss to this little thing here. Gonna kill it. Alright. Sharkry has expended her other stack, so we're gonna have her go. Use ult twice. And then she's going to use her basic attack. Don't use this right now. We're going to save it for later, at next turn. Alright, we're going to use this on the boss. Alright. You might have noticed all the... Hear that? Yeah, you heard the poof sound, right? The poof sound. That's the toy soldier doing an attack on the boss. And it hurts a lot. We're gonna use that to our own benefit for sure. Now we're gonna have Vector go as well. Here's a skill shot here. And Lois will be using her ult on the boss. Now, generally speaking, it's gonna be less headache inducing to kill all these bugs right now as they spawn, but for the purpose of this video and to make the boss killable and beatable with less than optimal or less maxed out everything, we're going to be letting these bugs chew on these dudes for a bit, just enough so that they don't die. It's gonna hurt, but we will be keeping all these guys alive. If they are alive, they'll be providing buffs to everyone. You can read it through all this. Let's see, Flattery at the start of the battle gains 2 stacks of Mayday. Each stack of Mayday damage dealt by all ally units is increased by 6%. This guy gives out all attacks from ally units ignore 5% of target's defense. For each stack of Mayday possessed, stability damage dealt by ally units attacks is increased by 1 point. It's beneficial to keep all these dudes alive. The boss also gets a small bonus if any one of these are killed, so we're gonna be avoiding that if we can. Alright, let's have Lewis use our ult on the boss. Lots of damage. Okay, the dudes are not dying in one hit. We're gonna let them tank one hit for now. Alright, let's move Centauressi. No, actually, we're gonna do something that's rather unorthodox. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna move our maid to a tile that's still 6 tiles within the boss. So imagine there's a center tile right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, that's the tile right there. I'm gonna have her move to here and use her skill shot to kill this bug right here. Here's the checkpoint. See if your own Centauressi can, or whether it's possible for her to kill this bug right here, this thing right here, with her skill shot. If she can, great. You can keep on following this video. If for some reason she can't, or rather it's showing a preview that she's not going to be killing in one hit, then you're going to be praying that she hits her critical hit to kill the bug. And if she doesn't kill it with a crit, you'll be letting the other units go first, and then have a try again. Rewind if it doesn't. Let others go again. Rewind, rewind, rewind. And if all else fails, you're going to be finding ways to increase our maid's attack somehow. Just enough to kill that little bug right there. Good? Good. Now, before we do that, we want the maid to be killing the bug and healing the closest allied target while she's doing this. Right now we have QJ sitting here. We're gonna have QJ move over to this tile here so that the closest ally unit is this dude right here. So we don't have it moved right now, so we're gonna have QJ move to this tile and use Alt here. Actually, let's move one up just to be sure. Yeah, that's better. Alright, use Alt there. Now, everyone's out of range. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 tiles. Still within the boss. It's turn 3. We still need everyone to be hit by the boss within close range. Kill the bug right there. Alright, that's good. Well, the dude's healed. He will live. Make sure this dude is healed. If he's not, he's gonna die next turn. Alright. The usual business. Let Vector go. Attack this thing. See that? That's beautiful. 175 stability points to 19. Alright, now Sharkry goes with her ult. Skill 1. Go ham. Alright, Lewis uses her skill shot number 2 on the boss again. Okay, turn 4. We're going to heal everyone with Scent again. With her global heal. Heal everyone. Oh, wait a second, I'm not supposed to do that. I should have moved before I do this. Hang on, let's go back. The idea is to lure all these bugs to these dudes, not necessarily to our own units, just so that we have we can manage where the bugs are when we need them. So we're gonna move her one tile left, and then use our ult. Okay, now QJ is going to go back here, kill this thing with a knife throw, skill shot number 2. Okay, Sharkry's up. Ult twice. Sail shot number 2. Alright. Okay, turn number 4. Gonna do the same thing until now. Later on, we'll be doing something different around turn 5 or turn 6. Same thing so far. Hit the boss. Boss is getting hit by lots of different damages. And it's sitting at 46% HP right now, and Lewis hasn't gone yet. Let's go. It's gotta knock her down, knock it down to about 40% HP. Let's go. Okay, turn 5. Same deal. Move QJ over to this tile right here. Then Alt. Cent goes to here. Now we no longer have to be sitting close to the boss to tank all the hits, so I'm gonna let her chill right here. Killed the thing. The Necro. There you go. Heal him. Attack everything. Let's go. All twice. Look at that. Boss HP is melting. Alright, Lewis used her skill 2 on the boss. Alright, now we can go ham. But before we do, I'm going to heal everyone. Come on. Let me through. Alright, now we're gonna have Victor move up to however close it is or necessary to do this. Is it enough? No. This tile? Yes. So use our ult right here so that it's enough to kill all the bugs above here. Are we doing that? Fireball. Then shoot the boss again. Alright, move QJ to here. It's probably better that I move QJ first rather than Vector, and then so that we can have Sharkry shoot after QJ uses her knife throw. But it's okay for now. When you're doing this on yourself, have QJ go first. Alright. Double ult. Then pew pew. %, down to 13% HP. Alright, Lewis uses her ult. 12% down to 4% HP. Alright, start of the last turn, turn 7 right now. The boss is sitting at only 4% HP. He'll just die with anything you shoot it with. So, yeah, she's gonna die right now. On your video, I assume that you'll be picking a buff that isn't non-beneficial like the one that shows right now. There's no electric units right now in this team setup, but I've knocked the HP down to 4%, and I didn't even have anyone go on turn 7 just yet. I assume that things will go smoother for you, so enjoy. I'm gonna be killing off the boss to show you damage distribution. Give me a sec. There you have it. Let's look at the distribution. Alright, Lewis did 6.2 million. QJ did 2.2. Sharkry, Vector. This is before Lewis, QJ, and Vector, or rather Sharkry, did anything to shoot at the boss at the end of turn 7. I assume there's enough of a leeway for everyone viewing this video to kill the boss just fine using this same exact setup. Thanks for watching the video. I'll catch you next time.